I think it was a Monster drink can, and they tested it for DNA and fingerprints, which 2 partial prints were recovered. So that DNA was sent to the Pennsylvania State Crime Lab for testing as well. But as of now, those results either haven't come back or they haven't been made public. But by late December, the investigators estimated that dozens of complete sets of human remains were missing from this cemetery. Not fragments, not little bits and pieces, not a skull here or a femur there, entire remains. And at that point, whatever was happening here was clearly escalating. From November through January, investigators would later confirm that at least 26 different mausoleums and vaults had been broken into, had also been tampered with, robbed in some way, just like so there was activity in all of these. And in the communities surrounding the cemetery, this was, of course, huge news. I mean, everybody knew about it. Authorities were urging people, stay alert, report anything suspicious, submit tips. We don't know who's responsible or what the heck is even going on here. But ultimately, putting it out to the public, that's what ultimately cracked this wide open. It wasn't the screwdriver. It wasn't the Monster energy drink can. It was the tips. Because one of them immediately stood out to the investigators. The tip read, "Look into Jonathan Gerlach for the Luzerne County Mausoleum robbery. I know someone who's friends with his family." And they mentioned that they recently discovered a partially decomposed corpse hanging in his basement, but they were too afraid to tell the police. Which, can you imagine that? First of all, good on the tipster, but can you imagine being that person who, you're going over to, your cousin's house for Thanksgiving dinner, and you're like, oh, let's go play Mario Kart in the basement, and you go down and there's a decomposing corpse suspended from the ceiling? I'd be scared shitless too. I get it. You just imagine, what do you even do in that moment? I feel like I would disassociate and be like, I'm not in reality, honestly. So the tip went on to say that this mausoleum robbery in Luzerne County happened between November 1st and November 6th, and that Jonathan had been charged with shoplifting in East Earl Township on October 31st, so right before that time frame. Then the tip got even more specific, weirdly specific. The tipster pointed investigators to Jonathan's Instagram, noting that he followed all sorts of accounts that were related to taxidermy, skeleton collecting, oddities, bones, sales. I mean, I don't want to say weird, because people are fascinated with different things, but obscure accounts to be following. They also